A very good morning, my dear students of class 6. Today in biology, we'll be studying about the cell. This video is the fourth part of this chapter. The topics which we are going to cover today is all about the cell organelles in detail, that is endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, lysosomes and centrosome. Okay, so one by one we'll be discussing about all these cell organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. So let us start with the recap what we did in the previous class. So this is the structure of a cell. We studied about cell membrane, cell wall. Cell membrane is the outer boundary of the cell. This is a thin membrane also called the plasma membrane. Then cell wall, which is present in plant cell. This is the additional wall with the cell membrane, and the function is protection. Nucleus, this is the nucleus, which is also known as the control center of the cell. The cytoplasm, so all these are cytoplasm. In cytoplasm only we have got the cell organelles. And I told you that I'll be teaching you about these cell organelles which are present in the cytoplasm: endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, centrosomes, plastids, vacuoles, etc. So now let us start with the first one, that is endoplasmic reticulum. So if you open your book, page number 46, you can see this endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is an irregular network of fine tubules. Here you can see the network of tubules, the tubes are there. Okay, this is nucleus and this is the nuclear membrane. So just along with nucleus you will have endoplasmic reticulum. You can see it is touching the nucleus. It is connected with the nuclear membrane. Sometimes it is connected with the nuclear end, nuclear membrane at this end. Other end is connected to the cell membrane. Many a times these tubules join the nuclear membrane at one end and the cell membrane or the plasma membrane on the other end. All these tubes are interconnected. You can see here it is interconnected. Okay, these are interconnected. Sometimes one end is connected to the nuclear membrane, the other one is connected with the cell membrane. Now this could be of two types. The endoplasmic reticulum could be of two types depending on the absence and presence of a ribosome. Ribosome is another structure we are going to study just after this. So can you see these dots, blue dots? So these are the ribosome, the small structures, spherical structures. So here they are present on the endoplasmic reticulum and they make the walls of endoplasmic reticulum rough. So this is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. These ribosomes could be free also in the cytoplasm. Okay, so if they are present, they are called rough endoplasmic reticulum, and if these ribosomes are not present, they can be called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum or smooth walled endoplasmic reticulum. So depending on the absence and presence of ribosomes on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, they can be either smooth endoplasmic reticulum. If they are not there, the ribosomes are not there, that means those without ribosomes on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum are called smooth. If they are there, they are called rough endoplasmic reticulum, like this, because these are the endoplasmic reticulum with ribosomes on their surface. So two types are there. If the ribosomes are present on their walls, they are called rough walled, and if the ribosomes are not present, they are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now let us learn about the function of endoplasmic reticulum. It serves as a pathway for the distribution of materials within a cell and between two cells. So whatever is to be distributed inside the cell or outside the cell from one cell to another, this is done by endoplasmic reticulum because it is interconnected. It also provides internal support to the cell, that is the secondary function, support to the cell, but main function is distribution of materials in and out of the cell. Previously we studied about the nucleus, and the another name we gave it to the nucleus was control center of the cell. Same way, though it is not given in the book, for you it will be easy to learn. I have written here, it can be compared to as pipelines of the cell. As the pipelines, they distribute water everywhere in your house, in the kitchen, bathroom, and the place where you wash the things. Okay, so same way, this endoplasmic reticulum also you can compare to as pipelines. Okay, something to remember: smooth endoplasmic reticulum if ribosomes are not present, and rough endoplasmic reticulum if the ribosomes are present on the surface. Now comes the ribosomes. These are very minute structures scattered in the cytoplasm, or also attached to the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. Just now we studied they can be present freely in the cytoplasm, or else they can be attached to the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. One more thing which you should remember is they do not possess membrane. It is a non-membranous structure. That means there is no membrane covering the ribosome. Their function is synthesis of protein. So they help in the synthesis of protein. Now here you can see this is the structure of a cell. These dots you can see here, these are the ribosomes. These are the free ribosomes which are there present in the cytoplasm. And these are the ribosomes which are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, making it a rough endoplasmic reticulum. So this is the nucleus, and endoplasmic reticulum is attached to the nucleus here, and these blue dots, spherical structures, these are the ribosomes which are attached on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and these are the free ribosomes, and these are attached with the endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are the cell's protein factories. So this you can compare to as protein factories. The nucleus was control center of the cell, endoplasmic reticulum was the pipelines, and this you can say this is the protein factory, just for you to remember these things. Then comes mitochondria. This is plural, singular is mitochondrion. If you are talking about one, it is mitochondrion. So mitochondria, singular is mitochondrion, occur in the form of small spherical rod-shaped structures. They range from few hundreds to few lakhs in number in the cytoplasm of a single cell. That means in one cell you can find few lakhs of mitochondria. Very, very important for the cell. A mitochondrion consists of an outer membrane and an inner membrane. So this is the internal structure of a mitochondria. The brown, deep brown is the outer membrane, and this is the inner membrane. Can you see that? So it is a double membraned structure, okay, covered by two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. The inner membrane is folded inward to form a finger-like structure called cristae. Here you can see this one, okay. These are just like the fingers, and we call them cristae. Okay, so this is cristae. The foldings of the inner membrane makes cristae, the finger-like projections or the structures. So mitochondria is a double membrane structure, outer membrane and inner membrane. Inner membrane is folded to form cristae. And what is cristae? This is the finger-like structures. Function: they help in cellular respiration. That means respiration takes place inside the cell in mitochondria, and what they do? They oxidize the food by utilizing oxygen, and then they release energy in the form of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, and that is why we call them the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, they give power to the energy to the cell. That is why they are also called powerhouses of the cell. So another name you got for mitochondria, which will remind you of mitochondria: powerhouse of the cell. Nucleus, control center of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, the pipelines. And the ribosomes, the protein factories. And here mitochondria, these are the powerhouse of the cell, because they provide the oxidation of the food takes place in the mitochondria, and they release ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Next cell organelle we have is Golgi bodies. They also look like endoplasmic reticulum, but they are not connected. These are the membranes bound stacks of thin flattened parallel pouches called cisternae. So these are the parallel pouches, thin ones, we call them cisternae, other ones are vesicles. They are found in cytoplasm near the nucleus, that is next to the endoplasmic reticulum. More or less they look same only, but it is not connected. Plants, we don't find Golgi bodies, but a similar structure is there, which is called dictyosomes. So in plant cells, Golgi bodies are smaller and are more in number, not exactly Golgi bodies, a similar structure, and we call it dictyosome. Golgi bodies are absent in bacteria, certain algae, and mature sperm cells and red blood cells. So these Golgi bodies are absent in blood cells, sperm cells, algae, and bacteria. Now let us talk about the function of Golgi bodies. This help in the secretion of certain hormones, enzymes. They help in the formation of cell wall in plant cell. All of us, we know that plant cell walls are made up of cellulose. This is the additional layer which surrounds the plant cell. The function is protection of plant cell. So they make this Golgi body, they secrete certain hormones and enzymes, and also help in formation of cell wall in plant cell. And their additional function is they are also involved in the transport of substances within the cell. Just like endoplasmic reticulum, they distribute the substances within the cell. Next we have got lysosomes. These are very, very interesting cell organelles. Now here you can see this is a cell. So small structure is there. This is called lysosomes. This is surrounded by a single membrane, okay, bound by a single membrane. So these are small sac-like structures, okay. So this is the one sac-like structure. They are present in the cytoplasm. They contain enzymes that help in digestion of various materials. So inside the cells, the function of lysosome is to digest the materials. But why I told you it is very interesting, under some substances or certain circumstances, lysosome release enzyme that digest other cell organelles, and that is why it is also called suicide bags of the cell. So another name you got for lysosomes are suicide bags of the cell. The function of lysosome is to digest the various materials inside the cell. But what happens under certain circumstances? It just does the opposite. It starts digesting other cell organelles like nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and that is why, that means it starts killing itself, killing the cell itself, and that is why it is called suicide bags of the cell. Okay, the function is to digest the materials, but at some times it start digesting its own cell organelles, and that is why the name given to it is suicide bags of the cell. Mostly lysosomes are found in animal cell, but they may be present in plant cell. Usually they are not there, but they may be present also. The function is lysosomes help in digestion of food within the cell. They protect the body from bacteria and other foreign bodies such as germs that enter the cell. So what they do, they can digest all these also. So some foreign body is there which is not good for the body, so that is digested by this lysosome. So they protect also. They also help in the removal of old and worn out cell organelles. The cell organelles which are not functional, that is removed by lysosome. So remember this, suicide bags of the cell, because under certain circumstances they start digesting other cell organelles. So that is all about lysosome. Now comes the centrosome. Okay, so a centrosome is an oval or rounded non-membranous organelle. So this is centrosome. It is found only in animal cell. That means centrosome you will not find in the plant cell, and you will find it near the nucleus of the cell in the cytoplasm. So wherever you see the nucleus, near to it you will find the centrosome. It consists of two minute granules called centrioles. Here in the picture you can see these are the two centrioles. This is a very important cell organelle. Whenever there is cell division, this plays a very vital role. So the function is it initiates and regulates the cell division in animal cell. So we talked about various cell organelles. In the next class we'll be studying about the last two things, that is different types of plastids, vacuoles, and difference between plant cell and animal cell. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and have a great day. Thank you.